Good afternoon. Welcome. In this section we're going to be talking about the logbook and explaining the processes to do with the logbook. So Wayne, what is the logbook?
Jeff, the logbooks there's one here. It's a simple document designed by NAPIS, printed by NAPIS and supplied by NAPIS. As you get your rings, you get a logbook. It's simply works similar to a truck driver basically. As we said before, you put a sealed ring on a bird. The logbook simply to record the movements of that bird, but you do that yourself. The logbook's made up of a couple of sections. I'll just flick through a few here. We've got two parts basically, a blue section and the second part is an orange section. So the blue section is what we call a mandatory section, Jeff. That's basically you just write down, you know, we flip through there, and the first section is basically record all your birds, any culled birds, you write the ring numbers down. Any null and void rings, you write the ring numbers down. If you sell a bird, or give one away, or loan someone a bird, you just simply record the person's particulars down here, the ring number, so that if something goes wrong, you've got a record of where it is. If you buy a bird, or are given a bird, or you're going to borrow one or something like that, same sort of thing, you just simply record it down there. So if there's a disease outbreak, we can trace it and contain it. The other section of the logbook is your non-mandatory section, which is just full of all good sort of stuff, you know, all your breeder's records, you know, your pen number, you know, the ring number of the hen, the ring number of the cock, the breed. Then you've got all these blank toe marks down here, then obviously your ring numbers, so you can record all that sort of stuff for your own personal records.
So I see the benefit of the logbook to me is that it's bringing 3 or 4 documents that we've kept in the past, where we'd have beside our incubator, we'd have a book recording the pens and the toe punches. We then have marks on a calendar when the eggs are due to hatch. We then have another place where we keep all the shows that we're going to. It's going to just bring all those documents into one place.
Yeah, simple as that. It just basically all goes in there. There's other sections, like we've got an expense chart there, so how many people actually sit there and work out what their hobby costs. You know?
I don't think I want to work out what my hobby costs. I'd get shot.
Yeah, but all that sort of stuff. Vaccination charts, worming charts, so all good stuff, all designed for the breeders, benefit of the breeder.
And you say that the blue section is mandatory. How mandatory is this, and what does mandatory really mean to you?
Well, basically what we ask is for NAPIS participants that we do complete the blue section. It's like a logbook of a truck driver. That's how we're going to trace movement of poultry across this country. As I said, we're not going to be interested in registers and permits and all that sort of stuff. The onus is on the breeder, the ring recipient, to actually record all his own data down. It's all good information anyway. So yeah, we say it's mandatory. To make this program work properly, we really do need to complete that blue section. Yeah. So I guess it's definitely never ever going to be like the stock permits, where we have to get permits to move birds from one place to another. That's never ever going to come into place? No, that's not the way it's designed. I said everything, basically NAPIS's scheme is basically all designed around your own personal logbook, Jack. The onus is on you to record all the information into that. Yeah, and so the individuals will be the only one that will have access to that logbook? Exactly. This logbook is yours. It's your own personal logbook. As I said, it's supplied with the rings, so there's no way in the world that it could fall into anyone else's hands unless you want to give it to them, but it is your own personal logbook. And so when do you use the logbook? Do you use it on a daily basis? Do you use it on a monthly basis, or at the end of the year? Yeah, basically the logbook is something that probably needs to be updated quite regularly. There's various different ways of doing it. This one's my own, and I just have it in the shed as if I do something to a bird. If I cull birds, I remove the ring off the bird and record it down in the section that it has to go into. If I ring a chick, it's beside where I ring the chicks, I record the thing. Other blokes have a notepad in their pocket, they call it a field book. And as they go through it all, they'll just write that down, and then they come back and fill their logbook out. But it's very, very effortless
Yeah.
to do this.
I see it as extremely important that it be done regularly, because otherwise if you leave it to the end of the year it's just going to grow to be a mountain of work, and we don't want that.
Yeah, it's not a huge job to fill this out, so yeah, we just say visit it as you do something and walk past it, fill it out. It takes about 2 seconds.
Right. I think that wraps up the segment about the logbook. Thank you.